The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of October 6th to 10th reveal that Victor Newman finalizes his plot against Kane Ashby. "This is just phase 1 of my attack on that bastard," Victor tells Victoria Newman. "Dare I ask what phase 2 is?" she asks. Tessa Porter and Daniel Romalotti return to Genoa City after investigating Mariah Copeland. "How was your trip? Did you find out anything about what happened to Mariah?" Sharon asks the two. "We did," Tessa responds. Nikki Newman comes face-to-face with Jill Abbott. "I'm glad that we have this time alone," Nikki tells Jill. "And why is that?" asks Jill. "There's something want to get off my chest. Frankly, it's long overdue," Nikki answers. Victor plots his takedown of an opponent. Kyle and Audra's war approaches the point of no return. Jack hides a trick up his sleeve. YNR spoilers for Tuesday, October 7th. Nikki settles unfinished business with Jill. Tessa worries about Mariah's safety. Nick questions Phyllis's alliance with Kane. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Wednesday, October 8th. Victor shares shocking news with Jill. Nikki searches for answers. Jack presses Kane to make the right decision. Jack protects his family's interests. Nick goes rogue. Jill and Lily confront Kane about his past. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, October 10th. Victor rewards Adam and Chelsea's loyalty. Cricket and Danny make a big decision about their wedding. Phyllis is caught in a compromising position. Here's a quick recap of last week's The Young and the Restless. Monday, September 29th. Victor sets a trap for Kane. Nick and Sharon plan to visit Noah, and Claire makes a bold move affecting her future. Tuesday, September 30th. Nikki puts Diane in her place. Sally keeps a secret from Billy, and Tessa defends her actions. Wednesday, October 1st. Victor plays his cards close to the vest with Jack. Michael has difficulty resisting old habits, and Lauren puts Nikki in a tough position. Thursday, October 2nd. Jill returns home to settle unfinished business with Billy and Kane. Lily and Amy find common ground, and Audra asks Nate for a second chance. Friday, October 3rd. Victor and Jack agree on a plan of attack, and Billy reopens old wounds with Jill. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, August 14th, reveal Victor Newman. Eric Braden clashes with his wife, Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, over Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman. The Mustache also recruits his son, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, to take down an opponent. Christine Blair, Laura Lee Bell, asks Lauren Fenmore, Tracy Bregman, for a favor. Meanwhile, Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziade, makes a confession to Danny Romalotti, Michael Damian, about his feelings for Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks. That on Thursday, Victor blasts Nikki for nearly selling Chancellor to Kane in France. The Young and the Restless spoilers say the Mustache is furious, accusing her of letting Kane manipulate her. Nikki defends her decision, saying she only did it for Nick's freedom. "And you better not be angry with me for doing what any other parent would have done," Nikki snaps at Victor. Then, Victor asks Nick to join forces with Kane and convince him that they share the same goal. Nikki asks what the endgame is. "We make him forget about Chancellor," Victor says. When Nikki asks what Kane gets out of it, Victor firmly replies, "Jabot." The Young and the Restless spoilers say Nikki refuses to take part in it. Victor tells her he doesn't blame her for risking Chancellor to save Nick. But not to save Jack Abbott, Victor warns Nikki. "And if that is going to be a problem, you and I will have a big one." Meanwhile, Danny tells Dale about his upcoming wedding to Christine. The Young and the Restless spoilers say he asks his son to be his best man, and he gladly accepts. Their conversation turns to Daniel's guitar lessons with Tessa. Daniel admits he's starting to have romantic feelings for Tessa. However, he feels like he's betraying the late Heather Stevens. Not to mention, Tessa is married to Mariah, though their relationship seems to be on the rocks. Daniel says he hopes Tessa and Mariah find a way back to each other. "But where does this leave you?" Daniel asks his son. Danny responds that he has to find a way to let it go. Also, on Thursday, Chance is finally laid to rest off camera. The Young and the Restless spoilers say the cop got full military honors and was buried in a veteran ceremony. Christine, who was present at the funeral, tells Lauren that Abby Newman, Melissa Ordway, brought their son, Dom, Jill Abbott, Jess Walton, was also there. You have to come after my family now? My husband's life's work? You are a parasite, Jill, forever feeding on the success of others because you have none of your own. Jill rose to her feet, her eyes blazing. Weaseled? I earned Catherine's love and respect, something you could never understand because you only know how to use people. Nikki. You used John Abbott, you used Victor, you even tried to use Kay when it suited you. Newman Enterprises is a house of cards built on Victor's ruthlessness and your manipulations. I'm just applying a little pressure to see how long it takes to collapse. The mention of Victor was a deliberate, low blow. Don't you dare speak about my marriage, Nikki shot back, stepping dangerously close. You've been obsessed with Victor Newman since the day you laid eyes on him. Your entire life has been a pathetic attempt to get his attention, and when you failed, you settled for destroying everything he's built. You're a jealous, bitter old woman. And you're a sanctimonious drunk who thinks a last name gives you class. Jill fired back, the carefully constructed facade of the sophisticated matriarch crumbling to dust. You think you're royalty? I remember the girl from the back alleys, the stripper who got lucky. You can put on a designer dress and pour champagne, but you'll always be that girl to me, Nikki. Always. The exchange was brutal, each word a scalpel slicing open old scars. They laid bare every insecurity, every secret shame, every past transgression. They argued over who was the better mother, who was more loyal to Catherine, who truly belonged in the world they now both inhabited. It was a nuclear explosion of pent-up hostility, witnessed by a stunned and silent audience at the GCAC. But this verbal firestorm was merely the prelude. The true point of no return came days later, in the one place Jill holds most sacred, Catherine's mansion. Nikki, desperate and enraged after learning Jill's business tactics had caused a significant drop in Newman stock, marched into the home she still considers partly her own. The argument reignited instantly, more ferocious than before. It spiraled out of control, moving from the foyer into the grand living room. Accusations flew, followed by a physical shove. Jill, stumbling back, knocked over a pedestal holding a priceless, iconic artifact, the music box that was one of Catherine Chancellor's most treasured possessions. The sound of splintering wood and delicate mechanics breaking on the marble floor was deafening. A profound, horrified silence descended upon the room. Both women stared, frozen, at the shattered pieces. For Jill, it was the destruction of a sacred relic, a tangible piece of the mother she adored. For Nikki, it was the destruction of a memory, a symbol of a love that had saved her more than once. Did I end that moment? The corporate warfare, the social jockeying, the decades of insults, it all fell away. This was different. This was